Hey kids, so I took the apocalyptic bike on a road cruise. Did about 1,200 miles and just there and back. Was freeway driving, so nothing spectacular. But from where I'm at, it was straight. It was upriver to the freeway and the five, all the way up to freaking Washington to the 405 and to some friend's house. And then what I did on the way back is same route back, but stopped off at some friends just south of Portland, basically, for the evening, and broke that ride up into 2 nights. Um, so yeah, the first night was about. First day was about. Oh God, let's see. Jumped on the bike at about. I think we actually got rolling at about 9:30 in the morning. I remember, yeah, it was 9:30 because I had to turn my alarm clock on off on my phone that was going on. And we pulled in at about sunset up in Bothell, Washington. So that's God. I'm trying to think on how long it is. It was an all-day adventure. There was a couple pit stops, as I call butt rest stops, because yeah, man, I tell you, um, it's like a 50-mile stretch when you first start. I got to get off the bike and kind of rest the butt a little bit. Well, what I've been doing to do these weird pivot the butt cheeks as you're riding along there, and just getting up off the changing your legs around. So after about you're into the ride a good couple hours, yeah, it's about every 100 miles I find I got to do that. But yeah, it was a nice ride up there. Stopped out at the casino, fueled up, got some gas. Um, if I kept what I do is when I ride, one of the things I do with gas is when I'm tired I get gas. Don't matter. I pull over and get gas. I try to teach or not teach, but I try to keep riding comfortably and fun because, dude, when I was a kid I remember riding a bike and it was jump on the bike and go, and so I just wanted to just get there as fucking fast as I can. Well, dude, that's tiring. I mean, you can do that with the kid because it was more time you got to spend. But I think half the time really is it's all about the journey. The destination is usually just sitting on your butt talking and hanging out, which is great and all. But I think it really is it's the travel time. It's the solitude you get. You get to crawl inside your head and think about things and straighten things out. Um, Other than that, so I don't know. I've learned to appreciate the ride rather than a obstacle to overcome. So yeah, that was fun. The only issue we had is I was following a friend up there in a car, so I didn't have to think about directions or anything like that. Because usually that's where I use the my rest stops. Is I'll pull over, pull the map out, pull the phone out, double check the phone. I don't have one of those fancy things you stick on the bike so that shows you where you're going. I actually navigate old school style, with an old map. Actually, even worse than that, usually I map it out by pencil and pen and draw on the map itself and make my one up there. That way I know exactly where I'm going and I know the routes to look for. But then I'll usually put notes like, okay, right before I jump onto the 82, I need to look for Horse Street. So I'll look for Horse Street. That's my clue to pay attention to, look for the number of the freeway, because I don't know about y'all. When I ride, sometimes I can haze out. I can even do that when I'm driving, just to kind of get the road haze and just kind of checking out everything like that, checking everything around you. But yeah, I mean, so that's the navigation aspect on how I do it. But other than that, it was a great ride up there, even though it was freeway riding. The problem with freeway is, I got one of those bikes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's built that. It's the Boulevard. It's 2009 Suzuki Boulevard that I've tricked out into. The Apoco bike there, but it's a cruiser. It's not meant to go higher speeds and stuff like that. And damn, I tell you, there's some portions of that I was jumping on the five. that were a little bit worrisome because I'm pushing 85 miles an hour, and you get cars, these little jackasses behind you, and you're in the way. You're just an obstacle. They have to go the 95 miles an hour to get around you or something like that. That's just damn scary, man. But yeah, I mean, I think I was cruising mostly about 80 miles an hour or so like that, but I probably cruise a little bit slower next time. That's me really pushing the bike. I mean, in a pinch, I'm able to. I've gotten it up to like 105, in a pinch, but I don't like to cruise at those speeds. It's just it's stressful sometimes. But yeah, everything was great until Portland. Oh, Portland. I think we hit Portland around. Oh, it seemed like a decent time, but I guess it was about 4 o'clock or something like that. Holy crap! Now, mind you, I spent 20 years in Southern California, outside of L.A., Orange County, and 91 freeway, the 5 freeway down there, and some other freeways. I know traffic. Holy crap, Portland! You've got stupid traffic cornered. I mean, there was a point. I think I was driving around for. Come here, bud. Come here. There was a point I was driving around in. We came to a stop, and I think it was like 5 miles. I was just coasting on the bike, walking the bike for like 5 miles, in some of them damn areas like that. Come here, buddy. Yeah, at least somebody missed me here. But yeah, that was the only downside of the driving. Was Portland, but once we got out of that, the freeways opened up again. It weren't that bad, you know. It's been a while since I've been on normal streets, which is interesting. I swear to God, like I'm in a rural area now, and I've been up here for since 2004, so it's been a couple 2-3 days, and traffic for us was a Calgon road, and you gotta swerve around that, and you don't get about that. In the little town that's up from me, it's rush hour is 5 minutes, literally 5 o'clock to 5:05, and after that, everyone's pretty much gotten out of there. The only real traffic line you see would be like when Shamrock Shakes are out at McDonald's because everyone likes Shamrock Shakes. But that's about it. So it was definitely interesting to visit the traffic again. Boy, I mean, talk about like riding a horse, man. Yeah, you remember about that. You remember about traffic real quick, like, but jeez. So that was the only downside of riding on the road. Oh, well, we'll talk about a little bit about the ride now. Uh, the ride, it did pretty good. It was a comfortable bike, except for the seat. Like every once in a while, I had to get up and stretch. I was able to cruise and maintain my business, and maintain my speeds and everything like that. Um, I had some fun looks as my apocalyptic styled bike cruise by all. Most of the cars are out there, all shiny and pretty now. It's just funny seeing them all. No one, you could tell no one saw anything like mine in forever. I think there was one on our way back home. I think I passed a guy, and he was just an old Harley bagger, and similar, just dirty, grungy bike, kind of like mine, and he was just a. It's about all it took, just to kind of acknowledge each other. But yeah, that was fun. But other than that, yeah, it ran pretty good till about. I drove for about 5 hours coming home. I just wanted to get through Portland, which on the way home was a breeze. I mean, there was no traffic, and I think I slowed down to maybe 25 miles an hour twice. And other than that, picked right back up to normal cruising speeds. But went to a couple buddies' place and racked out there for the night. And the next morning, I got up, started the engine, and it didn't dawn on me because I got an oil change about a couple weeks before I decided to go take off. So my oil levels were spot on. They were right there. I got a little eyeball there, and it was right in the middle, and I knew where my oil was. Started running a little rough. on my back. Did not dawn on me that my oil was running out. But yeah, so by the time I got down, it was about hour and a half from the house, and the road. So I pulled over, got gas, started the engine back up, got a little flash of my F1 light, which is like something's wrong with the bike, and it went back out. And then I noticed the other weird thing is, you'll pull in the clutch sometimes when you're cruising down there, just to cruise, and well, the oil light came on. I'm like, So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I'm like, this is odd. How could I be out of oil? So got around the corner and pulled over real quick and took my cap off and one of the rest stops and checked my oil real quick. And dude, I'll be surprised. There's no fucking oil in there. I almost went freaking dry. So pulled into a little place called Rogue River, and luckily I got a friend there. So put some oil back in the engine, and it started running fine again. So I'm a little concerned on where my oil went. Now, at about that time, I was about 1,100 miles. So in one day, but most of it was spent traveling above 80 miles, 85 miles an hour. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. So I've gone online trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But I'm just gonna have to carry around oil with me and just keep it checked till that one day I can take it in and get it all figured out. But other than that, that was the only real issue I've had with the bike. It ran pretty good, ran was smooth. It was a comfortable ride. I'll show you some of the setup that I had on was pretty easy, but yeah, I wasn't camping out or anything like that, but I brought a couple camping articles with me just in case I had to pull over. Just like a shelter half, a ground cloth, and a lightweight blanket, which I actually had to use at the one of the pit stops at my buddy's place, because I won't go into that. But yeah, it was a nice ride. It wasn't too heavy. When I'm riding out there, I packed really light. I had 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of socks, a pair of shorts that I need if I want to get into that. I had how many long sleeve shirts? I had 3 pairs of long sleeve shirts, and then I have my Mexican jacket thing that I wear, the woven jacket. That's it. The schmog, because I like my schmog hat. And then there's just the riding equipment that I've always bring. That the jacket was rolled up on the back, and then I had my 2 types of gloves. When I left here in the morning, though, it was cold. I had to wear the leather gloves because my fingers are freezing. But on the way back, it was weird, man. Departing out of here, there were no leaves on the trees. Literally from where I'm right now, a week ago, there was no the oak leaves and the oak trees they weren't even little buds yet. They were just right there in the surface. I come back home and poof. Now, mind you, I was only gone, left Thursday, chilled out Friday, chilled out Saturday, back on the bike Sunday, finished the ride Monday. So 5 days, and poof, the world came alive up here. Nice thing is I was able to time it right. As you can see, it's raining behind me. Yesterday, the clouds started coming in, and I rolled in Monday, and it was funny because on the ride home, the ride out there was gorgeous. Like I say, it was a gorgeous ride, but the weather, it was this weird little heat bubble we're suffering right now. So now looks like the system's over and spring is finally here. We're gonna get thunderstorms in and rain and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it was an awesome ride. It was great to get out and hit the road, see some friends. Funny too, because we're in the middle of this pandemic era right now. And do what you want, say what you want. California's a little different on the pandemic. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it one way or the other. And if you decide not to get the shot, well, you're a bad person, which is crap. But there's a lot of reasons that you should have the shot, but don't push those ideologies on me. You're not gonna like my answer. But Other than that, Oregon's a funny state because Oregon, to me, it's Oregon and then Portland. Portland's the only like real. I'm not a fan of Portland. Okay, I'm not happy with that area. I mean, they could just cut that off and flick that out of here. I think that state would be better off for it. But that's where the majority of the people are. I get it. It's a population thing. But yeah, other than that, it was a great ride through Portland. No issues till Portland. Yes, see, I'm doing it. A great ride through Oregon till you hit Portland, and then it's just like, oh god. Now, I didn't get off much in Portland. I mean, I did once. I had kind of have that road haze going towards the end. It was about half an hour before you hit downtown Portland. You gas up before you hit the cities. At least that's how I like to do it. And so I rolled off and I got off the gas station. I forgot I was in Oregon. The Oregon thing is, they pump your gas. And I kind of knew that. I'm standing there. I'm waiting. It's kind of funny because I forgot, oh, yeah, I'm on a motorcycle. So they didn't even bother. And I'm just like, hey, someone going to help me with this gas? They're like, oh, you're on a motorcycle. You pump your own gas. I'm like, okay, great. They have a different system with the stupid push and the buttons there, so I couldn't figure out how to get the gas going. I always feel like an idiot. Okay, but I got this guy. I got the gas in there. How do I pump my own gas? Well, just push the button. Yeah, it was that guy. That was fun. So I pushed the button, got my gas, got on the bike, got the hell out of there. And then Oregon. Once you get out of Oregon and through Portland and into Washington, it's a different vibe up there, man. It's completely different. It was wild because they got signs up all over it. What does it say? It says inoculations or not. Please wear a mask. On the little signs there, your little signs above the freeway. Everyone wears mask, and the attitude was just. You didn't feel the intensity you kind of feel going anywhere, anyways. Nowadays, everyone seemed kind of relaxed, but while I was there, it was an interesting visit because so many people, oh, come by my house, come here, do this. I'm like, man, I can't. If I was doing that, I'd be on the road for fucking 30 days because I know enough people in the area. And I can't afford that. I just want to go for a little cruise, and I had a goal in my mind: go visit some friends, chill out. But while I was there, I opened it up, and they were cool to open up their house. It's funny, I was sleeping in the backyard. I don't know if I got a picture of it, but they had because we know each other through the whole medieval reenactment stuff, and so they had a yurt up. So I slept in the backyard next to the deafening frogs, and that was nice. Little bed inside the yurt, and but anyways, we had a campfire, the yurt up. Some folks came by that could, but really weird. They'd walk up, say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Good, good." They kind of stand there like, one guy's just like, my buddy Con, he's just like, "So how we doing this?" I'm like, "I'm a hugger, man. So come here, give me a hug." He's just like, do we bump elbows? Do we do the fist bump? So there was, other than that, I think that was the only downside of getting out to see people. But yeah, and I cut my trip a couple days short. Was gonna stay there a couple more days and lollygag on the way home and maybe go see some people. But I was watching the Weather Channel and the weather's coming in and it looks like I just beat it. So we've had showers off and on, and I can ride in the rain, not a big issue. I hate it. Absolutely freaking hate riding in the rain. It's just no bueno for me. But other than that, I mean, it was nice to get out. I figured I'd talk about it a little bit here and throw a couple pictures up with the journey. I didn't do a lot of taping when I was out there. I'm not set up to tape on the bike or anything like that or any fancy stuff, but it was just interesting, really, really interesting taking the bike out for a while. It's been a while since I've taken one of the Apocalypse bikes out for a long ride. I think the highlight was every time I pulled over, there was some little kid that would see the bike and just get ecstatically happy about it. It's like, "Mom, Dad, you gotta see this thing." And Mom and Dad would look over the bike and go, "Oh my God," and they grab little Jimmy and pull him away because heaven forbid he got excited, especially over this dirtbag looking rider and this weird apocalyptic end of the world fucking bike. But kids just used to seeing these things all over video games nowadays, so To him, it was just probably a video game thing. The parents, not so much. But other than that, man, good times. Thought I'd touch base, say hi. I'll throw up a couple pictures of the journey. And then I'll be posting some of the other fun projects in the second half of the other little project I got coming up. And we'll talk at you later. Y'all take care.